Good morning. My name is Victor Espinosa. I'm going to talk about proposal to the incorporate a job description for the company NEOP SADCB. The next. Problematic situation. NEOP SADCB, it is a commercial company located in San Salvador, dedicated to the marketing of textile products such as clothing, of Alkins for women. The company currently has 7 employees. Distribution as follows: 3 employees dedicated to the area of customer service, an accountant, a manager of human resource, and 2 employees responsible for making home deliveries. Currently, the company is growing and needs to hire a cashier. But there is a problem in the company that is that there are not established job descriptor because of this there is no document in which mention the specific functions to the performer by the cashier, and the time of hiring only verbally mentioned such activities of the same. The last applicants that were hired for the cashier position only worked for a week because they were opposed to perform their activities within the company because they say they were very variant and were not completely defined to ease NEOP hired our service to provide a solution. The next. There we elaborate a proposal for NEOP SADCB specialty directed to the human resource area with the objective of proposing the incorporation of job description for the development for the employee's function. Having said this, we mention the following points of improvement. The number one, elaboration of job description. The number two, defining the channels where job offers will be published. Okay, the next. These points are broken down as follows. Elaboration of the scripture. It is important at the time of making a job offer to clearly define the type of function and activities that the candidate will have to execute in case of being selected for such offer position. Therefore, for the development of this process, it is essential to know the specialties and skills required in order that the select person fulfills all the activities that are needed to achieve the purpose of the company. Therefore, there are 3 essential elements that your descriptor must include. The number one, job analysis. The first element consists of performing a job analysis, which means analyzing the work to be carried out in accordance with the activities necessary for the company goals to be achieved. So, it is pertinent to write the job analysis to establish the function and activities to be performed by the person selected for the job. The second, job description. The second element to follow is that through the job analysis, a job description can be made corresponding to requirements, for example, education, skills, or experience, job responsibilities, and description of any unusual working condition or special requirements that the position demands. The number three, job profile. As a third element, it is important to identify the profile and the specific personal qualities to develop the function and activities requirement by position. For example, in terms of physical abilities, sex, age, amount, other qualities that the candidate must possess to be able to develop the function of the position being offered.
Hello, I continue to talk to you about this case. Definition: the media in which the job offers will be published. It is important to define the main media in which the job offers that the company is offering will be advertised. There are many and diverse media that can be used to advertise the positions that are to be offered. It should be noted that these media will depend on the budget that the company assigns to human resources area, which is why it will be necessary to determine the process and the cost that the company is willing to pay to carry out. The first is through an internet channel. That is to say, advertising can be used within the organization, for example, on the information board or in meeting with employees of the organization. In order to hear some recommendation about potential candidates for the position offered, the advantage of this option is that it will reduce the cost in the budget related to advertising the job offer. But its disadvantage is that it will have a very limited scope. The second option is to publish the job offer through an external channels such as specialized job boards of universities and institutes, social networks, newspaper ads, and among others, with its main advantage being the unlimited scope as it will attract different professionals or candidates who want the position offered. And its main disadvantage is higher cost in the budget with respect to advertising, but both channels present have advantage and disadvantage that should be analyzed based on the budget allocated by the company. Next. We have benefits of the incorporation of job descriptors in the company NEOP SALCD. Some benefit that company will obtain by means the elaboration and integration of job descriptors are. And the first one, it will provide greater clarity to the collaborator to carry out his function and responsibility that will enter the execution of his position, which will allow him to develop his function in a more effective way for the organization. The next one, it will serve as a basis for the company to measure to employees' performance in an objective, transparent manner. The next one, it will allow the company to identify in more detail the training and learning requirements that the person in the position may require. The next one, the organization will have a clear defined organizational structure, thus avoiding overlapping between different positions. The next one, it will be a very important tool that will help as a complement in the implementation of the company's succession plans. Thus, we emphasize that job descriptors are essential for the proper management of human talent as they help to maximize the potential and productivity of the same. A correct definition of the test responsibility as well as the competencies that each of the collaborator must present according to their job, and that is key to the right team and according to the needs of the company. And that can provide value and contribute to the achievement of the objective of the organization. Thank you.